All these human rights, fundamental liberties, how do you juxtapose them? How do you streamline them and manage them vis-a-vis the Sharia law? There is some fantastic ideas that has been thrown even in court that Muslims are not subject to the fundamental liberties in Part 2. I find it a very strange idea because what are you saying about Muslims? Are you saying Muslims are less human? Obviously Muslims are subject to Part 2 as well. And the way the Sharia court operates, they must also be subject to that part of the constitution because Sharia court are subject to the entire lot of the constitution. But within Part 2, you have exception being provided. I don't know, it is provided in the Part 2 of the constitution that certain religious aspects, certain personal law aspects, it's like joining a club. Let me say this. If you become a Muslim, you are a member of what they call a Muslim club. Big Muslim club. Yeah? It's the whole world is your club. So if you join a Muslim club, there is a standard of you becoming a Muslim that is set in the religion. So you can't say, I'm joining the Muslim club and yet I do not want to be bound by tenets of Islam. The important words to bear in mind, or rather the phrase, recognized in the constitution is tenets of Islam. It is not anything. Yeah? It's tenets of Islam. So if it is a tenet of Islam, you are bound by it, by the mere fact that you are a Muslim. And one other thing that I want to say is this, that the federal court, in interpreting what is Sharia law and what is not Sharia law, in my respectful opinion, has not been courageous enough to hold the view that the Sharia court can only have jurisdiction if the matter is a pure Sharia matter. Namely, both parties are Muslim. How do you compare, for instance, this is a discussion that I want to provoke you into thinking at the national level of the National Human Rights Action Plan. Because how do you compare a non-Muslim, say in a battle of custody of their children? One is clearly a non-Muslim, no longer a Muslim, and the husband is still a Muslim. How do you compel her to go to the Sharia court? It's very difficult. But the answer can be perhaps this, that this is not a pure Sharia matter because it becomes a conflict of law position. So it should go to the normal court, the municipal court, namely the High Court, the Court of Appeal, and the Federal Court. Now, we are treating our normal court as though our normal court is not consisting of majority Muslim. They are Muslim men anyway. Our judges mostly are Muslim anyway. They are learned in the aspect of Sharia law. And if this Sharia law has got conflict of law element, our normal court are more than competent to resolve. So cases like Lina, Joy and all that can be easily resolved without a fuss.